we get to today's video, I want to take a moment to talk about Patreon. That's right, we are on Patreon now, and we have a bunch of tiers with a bunch of great rewards. You can subscribe and get things like early access to all reactions, depending on your tier, depends on which reactions you get early access to. You can vote on polls exclusive to patrons that will help determine future reaction series and more. You will get to just have various choices in terms of like getting to choose future reactions I react to, getting to choose first impressions I check out, all kinds of different rewards, and possibly more coming in the future. We're still new at this. We're still figuring things out. It's a process. It's a process. But we have multiple tiers, so whatever you would be able to donate, if you're able and willing to donate, is appreciated. It helps me out, it helps the channel out, it helps us grow. It's going to help just, standardly. It's just something new to check out. Plus, if you like getting the reactions early, that's also a plus. But it is optional. If you're unable to do it, that's completely fine. All reactions will come to YouTube just a little bit later, a week later or so. So that all being said, thank you as always so much, and let's get on with today's video. And with that being said, hey everyone, welcome to Princess Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my first impression reaction to Kamen Rider, the original 1971 tokusatsu series. So for those who don't know, Kamen Rider is one of the most famous tokusatsu series in the world. And you've definitely heard of other tokusatsu series, the most famous being Super Sentai, which here in America was rebranded as Power Rangers. It's basically, like masked superheroes fighting against, villains and monsters and stuff. Kamen Rider is probably Japan's biggest tokusatsu series. It's been going on since the 70s, and it's, I think, still going strong, to the point where there is even a new anime out that is centered around it, called Tojima Wants to Be a Kamen Rider. And that is where I got the idea to do this. See, I've been watching through that anime on my own time, and I've been loving it. It's dorky, it's ridiculous, it's a lot of fun, there's a lot of silliness to it, and it absolutely has a full, complete love for Kamen Rider. You have all these different characters who at first are just pretending to be like different characters and iterations of Kamen Rider, or like other characters like Tackle and Rider Man and whatnot. Or whatever. But then you have, like, the real villains of the Kamen Rider series coming into play, like, real versions of them. And so these, like, people who are just playing pretend have to actually, like, fight the real monsters and the real shocker troops and whatnot. It's a fantastic anime. I would definitely suggest checking out. It's so funny. It's so ridiculous. And my favorite character is the female shocker combatant, Yukarizu. She is absolutely my favorite. And so, yeah, it's like I had to do the shocker screech thing at the beginning for the cold open because of that. As best as I, could. Just off the top of my head. I haven't practiced it or anything. Not that there's too much to it. It's just basically screeching and doing a salute. But yeah, it got me interested to check out the actual Kamen Rider series, because I've never seen anything about this. I grew up watching Power Rangers, though. Like, that was very big for me as a child. And so I feel like there's definitely an aspect to this I can enjoy. Now, I did find a YouTube video for this. And I don't know exactly how well this is going to go. We're going to try this out. But I found a YouTube video that is like the first 25 episodes. And it's like it's organized, so you'll know when each episode is. It actually says on screen. So we won't have an issue with that. But hopefully we should be able to, without any trouble, watch through just the first episode today. Because for those who may not know, on this channel, our first impressions are a specific type of reaction we do, in which I check out the first episode of a series and determine if it's something I want to continue to react to in the future, something I would rather watch on my own time, or something that I'm just not interested in. And so that's what we're doing today. I'm giving this my first impression, and at the end of the afterthoughts, I'll reveal, or maybe not even the end of the afterthoughts, but during the afterthoughts, I'll reveal, like, if I want to continue reacting to this or not. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. Hopefully there won't be any subtitle issues. That's one thing I'm really worried about, and one thing I didn't check, if I'm being completely honest, ahead of time. Because YouTube has subtitle options, but I don't know if the subtitles are downloaded for this. I'll have to check, and if not, we might have to watch it straight off of YouTube. We'll see. But hopefully I end up enjoying this. Hopefully it ends up being like the right kind of dorky, the right kind of silly that just works for me. But I say we should just, get into it. I say we just check this out and hope for the best. So let's see what we have in store. Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. Welcome to the Afterthoughts. We'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So yeah, I did check real quick, and when it does cross over to the next episode, the title on the top of the screen is fixed. It just messed up for some reason there. So yeah, it just confused me because I noticed it like right when it switched scenes to Yuriko. So I that's what really confused me. But that was the first episode of Kamen Rider, and I really hope that Spider-Man is not just in that first episode, because Spider-Man's a notable character in the anime, like a major villain. And so if he's just in the first episode of the actual, like, Tokusatsu series, that would be wild. But again, I know that there's other monsters and other enemies to take on and everything. There'll be plenty more to do. So I'm not too worried. I really hope that he does come back, That was a pretty damn good start though. I'm going to say this right off the bat. My one complaint is that we did not actually see how he became Kamen Rider. That's not actually part of this origin story. This origin just explains him getting his cyborg enhancements. But from everything that we saw, he already had the ability to become Kamen Rider prior to even being captured. I assume then that we'll probably get a full origin on the Kamen Rider aspect as well at some point. Or maybe not. Maybe it's just he's just always been this vigilante hero, and now he's just, even more powerful because of his cyborg enhancements. I don't know. But Hongo seems like a pretty good-natured, by-the-books type of hero. Very, very strong-willed, genuinely wants to do what's right. But I also like that he gets mistaken for the doctor's murderer by Yuriko there, because it shows that, like, as much as he was trying to help, things can still happen and mistakes can still be made. It From her perspective, it would have looked like he was killing her father. Um it absolutely would have. And he could have maybe handled explaining things to her better, but he was kind of like facing the adrenaline of it all. He was kind of having to deal with the fact that this guy who he knew and trusted had died. So it's like, yeah. I do feel like realistically, like she would have had a bigger reaction to her father dying than just being like mildly upset at who she thought was the killer. She didn't really have that big of a reaction to him dying. And definitely didn't have much of a reaction to him being literally dissolved. Um, but yeah, it's fascinating. I'm very curious to see where a lot of that goes, because it's very clear that the story between these two is gonna be a big part of this, with him trying to convince her and everything, but her not necessarily gonna believe him right away. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I don't know if she's gonna continue to be targeted by Shocker. Um, but yeah. It's also interesting that the skeleton uniform is apparently not there from the beginning. In the anime, and Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. The male Shocker combatants wear the skeletal uniform with the mask. The female combatants look pretty much like what you see here, having the blue and red face paint and the like body suits and everything. Um, Let me see if I can find out. Like, I guess it's kind of a spoiler, but I'm just curious. Like, this isn't that big of a deal to me. It doesn't spoil too much. When does the Shocker combatants get the skeleton uniforms? I guess when do they? Yeah, it says here the most recognizable costumes are in their black. Yeah, here I can even show you a picture. I don't know how well this will do on the camera, but um, that's what they look like. It's kind of blurry. Sorry about that, but yeah, they have it's a fully black bodysuit with like this silver giant belt buckle and like a rib cage design, a white rib cage design, and then like the almost luchador like mask. Um, I'm trying to see like when they maybe got those costumes. Yeah, because the original Combat Men costume is what we saw here for the male ones. Okay, so yeah, the Yi cry is definitely part of that, like, and everything. So yeah, it's I'm not seeing here when they changed, but it looks like it is maybe a different form, a different type of Combat Man. Oh, hold on. I might have found something here. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. I thought I did for a second there, but I'm not seeing like anything. Oh, never mind. I found it. Okay, it's episode 14. Episode 14 is where they get the new updated uniforms. Okay. I know that's technically a spoiler, and I didn't look up anything else about like the story and whatnot. This is just something because it's like I already knew about these costumes because of the anime, because of Tojima wants to be a Kamen Rider. So it's like it's just something I wanted to like know when that was going to happen. It's something to look forward to because yeah, I think I do want to continue reacting to this. This was fun. Like this kind of it's like I don't think I had any huge reactions outside of maybe some laughs or whatnot. Because of the jumpy movements and like the way they were circling him there was really funny. But it's like this kind of brought me back to my childhood in a way. Watching Power Rangers, growing up, like watching all of that. It's like, yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was silly. It was ridiculous. It was over the top. It didn't give all the answers by any means. And there's a lot of things that also didn't make a lot of sense. Like when Hongo and the doctor escape from the shocker facility, where'd they get the motorcycle? Because wasn't that Hongo's motorcycle? Did Shocker take his motorcycle to their hideout with them and just leave it there for him? Like what? That feels like an oversight. Um, but yeah, I definitely get the appeal. It's not like the best series ever, and I don't think it was ever trying to be. It's trying to be just fun. It's trying to be silly, ridiculous fun. And also keep in mind this first season came out in 1971. So this is like, let me see, how long ago was that? 50 years ago? Because I'm 34 and I was born in 92. And this was 20 years before that. So yeah, just over 50 years ago that this season came out. That's wild. And it looks good. Like for 1971, this actually looks really good. The just general visual quality, the costuming, the camera work. I mean, again, outside of like the constant cutting, which is just part of the style and everything. It looks like pretty darn fun and good, and I enjoy it. Um, I don't know when we would bring this in, and the thing is, I think the first season, like overall, has like 90 something episodes. For the original Kamen Rider series. This video that I have, like I said, is episodes 1 through 25. It's literally a 10.5 hour video, by the way. I I got a 10.5 hour video off of YouTube. There's this channel, I think it's called Tokushoutsu or something like that. And it's like they have the entire original Kamen Rider series in like these different like streamed chunks. So it's like episodes 1 through 25, episodes 26 through whatever, maybe 50. That would make sense. But it's like, yeah, it's one of those occasions where it's just maybe that's how I'll organize it when I do end up getting back to this series. Because again, it's going to be put on my list and I'll react to it again in the future. It's not going to be right away. But maybe that's how I'll try to do it. Like maybe in around chunks of 25. But then again, maybe not even with that. Maybe I'll do like half of that at a time. I don't know. It's going to depend on like various factors. It's gonna depend on various factors there. But I do plan to get back to this because I enjoyed this. I had fun with it, and I think this would be a nice, fun, chill series to really just enjoy and get into. Not something like super stressful or super intense. Just a lot of fun. So, yeah. I'm very curious to learn more and to see him like master his increased strength better. I'm very curious to see more of like how this really like goes. And plus I'm curious to see more like characters and monsters and stuff that I haven't seen in the anime, at least not yet. Um because the I know the anime doesn't just, pun intended, tackle the first series. It tackles a bunch of them. Like there's V3, I know. There's whichever series the character tackle is from. Um and various others. It basically is all just various forms of Kamen Rider. So I know there's going to be a lot of things from this original series that didn't quite make it for one reason or another into the anime. But I do know that we got Spider-Man right off the bat. And again, I have to believe that he's going to come back. I do not for a second believe that Spider-Man is gone yet. There is no way Spider-Man was a single episode villain. With how important he is in the anime, there is no way he's a single episode villain. I don't believe it. But either way, I guess we'll see what happens next time. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And for now, I'm Connie and I'm signing off. See y'all then.